hard. So I have about I have 5 options to show you guys today. We researched literally the entire market at this point and feel confident to say that these are the best options we found or that are available.
That's great.
Now, before I go into this question to you, on the other, any thoughts you had, anything you want to add? I don't know if you guys had a chance to talk about the other options yet, or you're
Yeah,
waiting.
we like the 2 options that that you presented. The one option was Lick.
Correct, Lick.
And Lick Organic, and the other option was your property. We like that one as well. Obviously, that one's a little bit out of what we want to spend our price range, but we are interested, depending on what these other options look like, to have a conversation about what can be worked out in terms of like payment plans and things like that. If it's flexible, then that's definitely an option as well. But yeah, we're pretty open. We feel like it's something we want to do, very soon. So we're gonna do it. It's just a matter of making it happen and finding the right location. I understand what you're saying about a place that has a lot of units. I understand that. And also too, not only is it harder to rent on Airbnb, you don't know who's next door to you. Or who's upstairs or who's downstairs. Like it turns more into like, a party building.
Right.
Because when you have that many units, it's just hard to control. When you have 8 units, 10 units, the chances are less likely that everybody is there trying to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because I was with my cousin right now. My cousin's Abraham, by the way. He's on this call. He's the one who's helped me do a lot of the research and get down to the nitty gritty with these developers. And then I talk with them and then I ask them the tough questions. And one of the things that we found, particularly on this last run of projects, is that a lot of the stuff that's available is in big developments. There are not a lot of boutique developments. Number one, because it's more costly to develop smaller. Number two, the price obviously goes a little bit higher for the buyer as well, right? So it's easier to sell a larger development because your cost of construction goes down. You can replicate the same model over and over, and thus providing less cost for the construction company.
Yeah.
Now, some of these, not all, but some of these, they're building them by stages. Okay. Now the challenge with that is if it's like we saw one we liked a lot, and then I was like, wait a minute, it says stage 1 and then stage 2, and it had 5 stages. Okay, that's 5 years of construction that you're gonna have. So even though you bought maybe in stage 1, that's maybe not that close to the second one, but then again, it's not super far. You're still gonna hear the construction. That's let's say even if it's 12, 15 meters, you're still gonna hear it. And then once they deliver the second one, you're gonna hear the third stage, and each one's about a year apart. So there's 5 stages. So that's 5 years of construction, and it's unfortunate because the development is beautiful. I'm gonna show it to you. So unless you're okay with that. And lastly, is if you want to actually enjoy it yourself and physically use it, that's where you're gonna maybe not be so hot about being, in a development with tons and tons of people. If you like privacy, I have friends that like that. They're like, no, do we want to network? I don't want to go stay in a 12 unit boutique development. I want to meet girls. I want to meet people. I want to meet friends. I want to network. Right. And that's cool as well. But there are some that I found that even though they were a little bit on the higher end of how many units they have. They had great amenities, great design, and I feel it's still worth to talk about. Now, before I go into that, I'm going to show you one that actually we liked, and it's not too massive. It's called Alab. Okay? Well, Alab Óol, I should say. Okay? Alab Óol Tulum. And this one here is in Region 15. It's fairly good in a fairly good location, very central, as a matter of fact. Okay, very central. This one here has 12 studios. Okay, so that's perfect. It has 3 garden, which is the ground floor. It has 3 middle, okay, and then 3 penthouses that are 2-story. So the penthouses basically would be like this one, for example.
Yeah.
Right? This is a penthouse and it has its own little pool. Actually, sorry, I apologize. The penthouse is over here. This is a common area. It's over here. Okay, so that's pretty cool. The location is very central. And so here you have your, we'll get into this in a second. This is a little confusing there. So the total, because there's 2 towers, but between both, it's 18 studios. So the information was kind of weird. It says 12, but it's actually 18.
Got it.
So it's 18 studios total, all right? They have a little reception lobby area with a little green area, like a garden, which is the common space. And then they have a lounge on the top with a solarium, barbecue, pool, and a Zen garden. So the amenity is basically the rooftop, and that's really it. There's a little bit of common areas as you walking in, but no major amenities. But that's kind of what you're gonna find with the smaller, which I like, and these are good for rental because some people are willing to pay a little more to have a little more privacy. Okay, so this is the facade, which is I like it, pretty cool facade. These are the different types. So you have the garden studio, which is the ground floor. So you have the kitchen here. Okay, you have the living room, you have the bedroom, bath and shower here, and then you have a terrace outside and a pool. Okay, so this would be the ground. And then this is like a little, sorry, this is the bathroom right here. I apologize. This is the bathroom. Okay,
Got it.
so the bathroom is outside over here. You have to walk out here, out of your room. This would be like a closet space right here.
Yeah.
And then you have the garden, and then the next one, which in Mexico, as opposed to being the second floor, we call the first floor. So you have ground floor, first floor, which would be this one, which would be the traditional studio. This one does not have its own little pool, but you have a nice a little terrace out here. The design is the same. And then you have the penthouse. You zoom out. Actually, this is the penthouse. These
Middle
two
of
are
the penthouse, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is the studio. Okay. So on the penthouse, you have
Stairs.
stairs. You go upstairs and you have a little solarium, terrace, and a nice little pool.
Thanks.
This is the interior design and the finishes, which I like. Chukum, which is that polished cement with a resin of a tree, which I love. I love the that effect. This looks like it's wood. It's not real wood. Well, the outside is, and then it's covered inside, which is fine. That's not a big deal, because if it was all wood, it'd be very expensive. But it's not solid wood, but it's a wood that is very common. We use it in our condos as well, and they're using the same here. The bathroom would be right over here, as you can see. So the setup's pretty nice. I like it. And here's your terrace right out here. Okay. This would be for the penthouses here. And then this would be the
common area,
the upstairs terrace with a little bar. You got your pool, your lounge area. Okay, now the view of it.
Yeah,
pretty cool. Yeah. And now location. So this is in this map. Let me go out here and show you an actual Google Maps better. So I'm gonna pick, because that one's not on the map, because obviously it's not there yet, but let's choose this one. Posada Luna Llena. It's right next to it. This is in an area that is actually, there's already a lot of stuff there. It's not, remember I mentioned that Region 15, if you guys remember, there was already a lot of older little huts and people living there in the past, and now they're kind of being kicked out, right? Or they're selling their land to the bigger developers. So it's not brand new area, but eventually it will be.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was, what's the other one above Region 15? Valesca?
I apologize. Yeah, this is Veleta. You're right. I confused it.
Valeta.
Yes, I confused it. This is Veleta.
Valeta is right under the downtown street, so that's the older part that
That's
they're
correct.
revamping. And then Region 15 is all new.
Yes, yes, you're right. I apologize. I always screw those up. So, okay, here we go. So the Posada Luna is right here. That development is going to be right here.
Okay.
Okay, roughly right here. So, watch. Let me take. So this is the highway.
Yep.
Okay. Kukulkan is over here.
Got it.
Okay. It's in this region right here.
Got it.
And then over here you have. This is the Gypsy Market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's right in this area right here.
Got it. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's in Veleta. Okay. So that has its pros and its cons, depends, how you look at it, but it's still very central. Very central to Tulum. Okay. Okay, so check this out. This is interesting because these here, this is the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, here they are calling it second level. Okay. And then this would be the third level. Okay. And then some of these have their own rooftop with pool. So price is actually very good because you got the regular studio, okay, in a ground floor, and then you have the garden pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The garden pools are 130, the regular studio 95,000, and there is a discount of 10% if you give them more down payment. Okay. If not, there's a payment plan. I'll go into that in a second. If you want to be in the second floor, okay, you got studios with no balconies. I would highly recommend a balcony, by the way, highly for rental purposes. This is good, especially smokers. Mm-hmm. So studios with a balcony, 104, okay, 104,000. And then you have the third level, and then you have again the regular studio with balcony, 110. Traditionally, the higher the floor, the better the view, and some people like that. But then again, there are people who don't want to be climbing up 3 floors and they prefer the ground floor. So it's kind of a weird one. I guess right there is really up to you. Okay, it's really what you want. I think for rental purposes, it wouldn't matter if you have a ground floor. Well, some will like it, but others will prefer. I have a ground floor for rental, and it rents super well. And then I have a first floor, one up, and it rents decent. The ground floor rents more. It has a bigger pool, it has a garden. Mm-hmm. So I guess it just depends, if it has certain amenities, the ground floor will rent no problem. Mm-hmm. So that's just a matter of taste, I think. And then you have the rooftop with terrace and pool. Those are 150,000. So I think within the range, you're looking at 95,000 ground floor, okay? 104 in the next one, which this one's actually kind of nice. I like this one because they have balconies. Mm-hmm. And then the payment structure is as follows. So you can do 30% down, then 40% to be paid in 10 months. So every month you're going to split 40%, and then upon delivery 30%. Okay, if you do this, there is no discount. Mm-hmm. Or you can do 50% now, finance 20% over 10 months, and then 30% upon delivery, you get a 5% discount. Okay. They say they used to be, we can negotiate this, of course, a 15% discount that's supposedly no longer available, but that's assuming you want to leave a higher down payment. I know this option might not be the one, but those are the payment methods. Now this one, Alab, the delivery date is, we weren't able to get a clear answer on this, and the agent that was helping us was asking the developer, but I saw the progress on this, and it's going to be either December 2022 or January 2023. So let's say early 2023. Okay, so not too far. That's why they have 10 payments. That's why it would make sense that this is probably going to be January 2023.
Got it.
Cool. All right, so that's the first one, and this is probably one of my favorite ones. I still like Leak Organic a lot, so I think these two are a good competition against each other. And we can always come back to this one. Okay. So now I am going to show you another one which I like its design. It's bigger. Let me open this up.
Oh, we didn't go over square feet, did we?
Oh, sorry. We were
Hello?
looking at the chart and I didn't go over that.
38.
So yeah, so here we go. It would be 38 to 40.59.
Is it times 10?
Times 10.76.
10.76, gotcha. Okay.
So I want to say that's going to be around 500 square feet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this next, sorry, any other questions on this one before I go to the next one?
Oh,
Nope.
thank
Okay, cool. So now this very next one is getting a lot of buzz because of its unique design and the architectural firm that did it. So I was actually already curious about this one. The developer of this one actually sent me some apples the other day. It was funny. Watch, I'll show you.
An apple?
That's Shar, say apple.
Don't.
No, you know this.
Manzanas, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, see.
So see that? And then,
Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Can you
this
read this,
makes
Abraham?
sense.
dice, cómetela toda.
Something all.
Yeah, it's
Something for everyone. A place for everyone.
it says eat it all.
Eat it all.
Come yeah, I wasn't looking at that, I'm sorry.
And then inside there's an apple because of the whole Garden of Eden thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, Tony.
No, how are you gonna eat it, bro?
Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, these guys, they've been trying to get me to sell their product for a while. So I finally said, okay, show me what you guys got. And actually, pretty impressed with the design. Now, let me go over that. So this is being aimed to the nomad, the digital nomad. So I think on the design part, it's gonna have a lot of draw to the digital nomad, to that particular client who wants to come rent, network, meet other people, do a little bit of partying. So location-wise, it's pretty good. So this is Kukulkan. So you come down Kukulkan, and it's really close to the beach.
Super close.
Yeah. Okay. So very, very close to the beach. You're probably looking at about 7 minutes, 5 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
In a bicycle. Okay, so check this out. So this is the design. So there's a common area pool, big pool. So this would be a big hangout spot. And then, as you notice, they have like these. Some of these are lofts. So you have ground floor, middle floor, penthouse, 2-story with their own little pool. Very, very interesting, very unique design. Okay. So I think that's going to draw a lot of people because of the design. The only challenge is that it is a larger development. It's 120 studios.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a lot. It's got obviously pools. It's going to have a gourmet area, which will have a restaurant, a little coffee shop, a co-working. It'll have a TRX training center, yoga center. It'll have 9 lounge spots that are spread throughout. Wow. So you can hang out here, for example, or hang out here and hang out here. And these have their own little mini pools, so you can lounge out. Wow. It's pet friendly. There's a jogging path, pet walk, and there's parking. Wow. And they have 3,700 square meters of green area.
Green area.
This is on 1 hectare. So 1 hectare is 10,000 square meters. So 3,700, in other words, 37% of the land is being left as green areas, which is pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah.
So there will be a lot of green area here. All this that you see in between, basically everything that you see in green over here as well, that's all green space. And more or less, this is what they're trying to achieve right here. Okay.
Nice. Mhm.
So yeah, pretty cool, pretty rad design. Like I said, I like the architecture. Check this out. So there'll be there'll be pieces of art like this spread throughout.
Yeah.
And then getting into it, here there are larger ones, right? So there's 98 square meters, 57 square meters, and 41 square meters. Okay. Notice how the design is due to its architecture. It kind of angles out, kind of like a triangle, like this. Okay. So this here would be a ground floor unit, what we're looking at here, ground floor unit with its own pool. And then we're looking at this one here. We're looking at the opposing. So this is a garden pool. So they basically both are ground floor. One faces the interior, one faces the exterior. This one will give you more privacy.
Got it.
These are bigger. These are 98 square meters because they have their own private pool. I really like these. These are pretty sweet. Now the design is a little bit more of the modern, not so much the Tulumi chic feel. This is kind of being a little more. I don't even know the word for this, but maybe Shar knows.
What's the word, Shar?
I don't know. More.
I mean, it does give you the.
It feels like Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, I was gonna say it gives you that upscale feel, but but it's still like retroish, you know?
Yeah. It's like
so the colors. And look at this design too.
the
right?
room
Like retro.
looks like farmhouse style room, like with the side pieces and everything. But the living room was definitely like upscale.
Yeah, that's right. Now there are different types of studios on this one. So for example, you have Studio A, which let me zoom into the design. So Studio A, has your kitchen area, your its private bathroom, your your bedroom, but it has its own little jacuzzi inside the unit. Okay, with what appears to be like an outside little shower, and I'll show you guys the renders in a bit. And look, here you can look at the prototype, and it shows you where you would be at. Okay, so this would be the first floor. These guys do call it first floor. I think it's kind of weird. And then we go to the next prototype, which is Studio B, just a little bit larger, 43 square meters. The other one was 38, very, very similar. Okay, also has its own little jacuzzi. And this would be the studio itself. Just the difference is some have a little terrace with their own jacuzzis. The regular studio would be what we're looking at right here. Okay, I like that they have these.
The door dividers.
Yeah, the dividers, so like little Asian style, so you can flip them and then you kind of have your own space. Which is if you're renting or someone wants to stay out here in the living room, they can do that as well.
What is it?
Okay.
I want to go with you.
Then we go to the next prototype. These are a little bit larger. These are 57 square meters, have their own pool as well. And then they get a little bigger. These are bigger.
It's gonna be a business trip.
Okay, this would be Studio C and D. Their own little pool outside.
These are nice, bro.
And then these would be this would be a penthouse. Yeah, penthouse lofts with their own little private pool on top.
Very nice.
Interesting design. And then they got these pet stations that they call, okay? So each studio will come with a specialized little area. So it's pet friendly. The whole development is pet friendly. This can be interesting for renters that are moving down here for longer times of time or bringing their animals. Okay, and you can choose it to be for dog or cat. I got 3 cats, so
Oh wow.
this is the cat one. I'm like the cat lady. They have these meditation areas spread out, as you can see here. We're inside one right now. Right? And more of this, unique art through infrastructures. And this is for the dogs, believe it or not. So this is for the pet friendly. Okay.
You good over there, Char?
Stop. So ugly.
Yeah, I'm gonna get doctors.
You stress me out. I'm not very dog friendly.
She doesn't like animals.
I don't like animals.
Okay.
I barely like people, and animals is like really pushing it.
Hey, I get it. I didn't like animals at all. I've never had animals. I'm 36 years of age until last year, where I almost ran over the cat, and then I ended up falling in love, and that was that. So, and that's it. This just tells you about who the designers are, the developers are. Very credible, very good. Like I said, what caught my attention was the architect firm that's designing it. So pretty cool. These guys do have a rental agreement with a company called Lock Key,
Okay.
which is actually my competition. But apparently they're fairly new. Apparently they're very decent in their results. They're marketing heavily. They have an office, nice office in Tulum. I'd have to go and ask them more tougher questions about the rental. But if you say, hey Tony, we like this one, let's find out more, then I can get to that part. Okay. Now let's look at the pricing. Let's look at the pricing on this one. All right. So delivery date. Let's talk about delivery date on this one is December 2022.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like now. Now the only thing I kind of feel that it's really early for them to deliver it 2022. So the only question that I haven't been able to get answered by these guys. Oh yeah, here we go. This just answered it. Etapa uno. So first stage, 32 units.
Got it.
Okay. So this will be the first stage, and this will be delivered in 2022. So now there's 120 units. I'm gonna assume that each one's gonna have 30 units or so, 30 plus units.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 4 stages. Okay. 4 stages. My guess, it'll take them 1 year per stage.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 year per stage. That depends on the sales. Now, why do they do it in stages? I want to talk about this real quick. And they're never going to tell you this, but anyone who does it in stages is simply because of the fact they're depending on sales to build everything else. Okay, there is no, they can tell you, no, it's good because, no. Because it's cheaper to build it all at once. That's a fact, because you buy it in bulk, you know, and you get it, and you can nail it out in 2 years, 2.5 at the most. So I think this can be, at the fastest, it'll be 3 years for its full delivery. 3 to 4 years, I would say. Independently of what they say, I think realistically 3 to 4 years. Now, pricing is pretty good, in my opinion. Okay. So let's go over that. So here on the, they go by, it's kind of confusing here because planta baja, these are ground floor, first floor, and then you have second floor. So for example, this studio here, okay, this studio's total of 60 square meters, so pretty decent size. Interior 49, that's actually pretty good. And it comes with an outside exterior part of almost 11. Now price is 100, and depending on your form of payment, it goes from as little as 112 to as much as 126. Why does it vary? Because, for example, this one here is always the cheapest option, but that's because you would pay 90% upfront, 10 upon delivery. Or you could do 30% down, 20 in payments, and then 50 at the end. Yeah. That would give us the price of 121. Or 20% down, 30 in payments, 50 at the end. You just kind of switch it up a little bit. Or this one, which is kind of unique for those that want to leave everything to the end, you give 30 now and 70 upon delivery. No payments, just at the end, in 1 year, you give them the full 70. But there's no discount, as you can see. You're looking at 130 for that studio unit. Now, there are some, however, here on Tower D, which have not been sold yet, and look at look at this, for example. This is a studio mezzanine, measures 38 square meters. There is no balcony. So that's the only downside. And it goes from 91,000 to 78,000. So there's no balcony. I don't like that at all. But yeah, it's weird. There's no balcony. So it kind of goes from that extreme to the next one, which is 120. Jumps from like 90 to 120. It's a big jump.
Yeah.
For you to have a terrace and balcony, but
worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So this is an option. Okay, this one's called Eden. And if you want to write down their chart, there's going to be 4 stages.
Okay.
Total of 120 units. The first stage will be delivered December 2022. Now, on the positive side of things is as they sell the next stage and then the next stage, the prices will increment. So every stage will increase. So let's just say you invested, say, 110,000. That investment will probably be worth somewhere around 140 when it's done, right? So it's a nice 20+% ROI right away. Okay, cool. So then after this, those are the first ones we found, and then we just started finding more and more and more. So I created a little link here where we can find all of them. This will make it easier for us to look at here. Okay, so we're gonna look at one called Xibalba. Xibalba. So this one here is in region 15. Okay, region 15. Let me go to the map and show you where that's at. Here we go. So this is Kukulkan here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just around the corner. So you notice here it says region 8.
Oh.
So
that's the protected. Is zoned for something else. It's zoned for
single home.
Single home. There's more homes you see there, rather. Yep.
Yes. So you're not going to see major developments because there's a lot of underground rivers here and a lot of manglar. So the restriction is very low on this. These are right on the edge, and it's still fairly close to the ocean.
Very close, yeah.
Okay. So I think it also has a unique location. Okay. This is also more of that hotel feeling. It's larger development. A lot of amenities here. So you got these major pools right in the center, jacuzzis, terraces that are covered. So if you don't want to be in the sun, a lot of green area, gym, yoga, restaurant, bar, fire pits, commercial area, because on the outside there's going to be a little exterior commercial area with coffee shops and restaurants and things like that, and it's a lobby as well, so it gives you that feeling of staying in a condo hotel. Here there's this 48 square meter studios. These are the ground floor that come with their own little outside garden and the pool. Okay, so interior, this is probably going to be about 34 square meters interior, and then an outside garden. This is the ground floor right here. Mm-hmm. And then you have the next one, which would be a studio with a little outside terrace as well, and a little pool out here, which is more like a plunge pool than an actual pool. This is what it would look like. Mm-hmm. And then these are larger penthouses. So now
it feels very much like a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like a hotel, exactly. So for example, this here that we're looking at, you got the outside area here. This looks like it's probably one of the restaurants right here. I don't think that's your. Oh no, I apologize. No, this is Yeah, this is the penthouse. Mhm.
That's a penthouse. Look like a restaurant.
Yeah, this would be the restaurant here.
Nice.
Restaurant, bar. Yeah, very, very boutique hotel condo. That could be a good thing, depending on how you look at it, depending on the feel you want to achieve. Yoga spot, gym. Okay, so now let's look at the inventory. Now, what I will say about this one is the finishes are very high end.
Mhm.
So it actually, yeah. So for example, fully equipped kitchen, Mabe frigo bar or similar. The brand Mabe is really good. Electric grill, microwave oven, the kitchen sink, bathroom. Well, it doesn't say here the finishes, but I have a list of them and I actually looked at them and they're pretty good, pretty decent as well. So the finishes are good. That's important.
Very important.
Not so for the renter. The renter doesn't really care, but you as the owner will. Okay, well, the prices on this is weird, right? They don't have them here, but they did send them to me in my.
Okay.
And the developer is really good. It's called Deque del Caribe. These guys are solid. They've done a lot of stuff out here. If you want to write this down, the 39 square meter studios are 104,000. And the delivery date on these, there's also 2 stages of this. The first stage, but these guys are a little faster. DK developers are good. They're solid and they go quick. They don't depend on sales 100%. But the way they're going to deliver this in 2 stages. The first one is June 2023. And then the second one, December 2023. So notice how they're really close to each other. That's a good thing. The payment plan is going to be very similar, right? 30% down, finance 40 or something like that, 30 at the end. The more down payment we give them, we can probably get anywhere between 5 and 7. And have in mind, even if you say, well, Tony, I can only do 30% down. I want to go for the entry level option that traditionally has no discount. I'm still going to fight for a discount, even if that's 2 or 3%. Okay. So we'll always fight for that. Okay. So that's one.
Okay.
One option. I like it. I like this one. I actually agree. I like it a little better than Eden. I think it's a little bit more laid back. It's not gonna be so much party. It has beautiful amenities. The developer's super solid. I like this one a little better as well. This one, delivery date is December 2022.
Very soon. December 2022.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, very soon. I like the design on this one. I like the design. It's got a pretty cool and creative terraces on the outside. The outside facade is pretty cool. Let's look at the location. So now this
Kind
one
of
here.
after the ruins.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So this one here is not. So you see the. I apologize. This map got me confused. So this is Coba.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Tulum Centro. So they're missing a street here. This would be a street here, which would be Kukulkan.
Okay, I was like, where is this?
Yeah, Kukulkan. And then, so this would be closer to, over here you'd have Gypsy Market.
Okay.
This is actually close to where my development will be.
Got you. Okay.
On the left hand side is still going down towards the beach. This doesn't clearly show us where, so I can actually have them send me the exact number of lot, and I can figure out, because I have a map here, so I can show you the exact one once they give me that info. Okay.
Okay.
Now this one here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like the design. Pretty laid back. It doesn't seem like it'll be a massive party ambience. So good spot to live and to rent as well. This one has 37 condos, so it's not. I wouldn't consider that a massive. I would consider that a medium sized development. Okay, they range from 51 square meters. They start at 51 all the way to 78. Okay, amenities include pools, So it's not just one, it's a few pools, jacuzzi, spa, gym, yoga terrace, grill area. This would be the grill area. You notice this has another little pool out here.
Mhm.
Restaurant and bar, and 24-hour security. This will be the gym with a nice view right into the common area, the middle. This would be an interior look at the design. It's pretty basic as far as the design. But I would put probably something here to kind of give, privacy between this area and this area. So we can get a little creative.
Mhm.
I like though that it's a little wider space, and you notice they start at 51 square meters. So they are a little bit larger than your traditional, okay? So and you can tell they look a little wider. So the studio this would be the studio here that we're looking at right here. This would be a larger, this would be a one bed. Well, no, this is still a studio, but an extended studio with a large terrace outside. Spa.
Mhm.
And here we go. So for example, let's, here we go. These are the three different ones. So for example, this condo here, the smaller one is interior 41.75, terrace 8.7. Okay, does not have its own private pool. This one particularly, very. Let's see, we can look at the floor plan here. So this would be the entrance here. White space here for your living room, which I don't know why there's no, doesn't seem where the furniture goes, but you can envision it, and a terrace. I'm sorry?
No, I said they just want you to picture it right there.
Yeah, exactly. They all have living room, dinner room, kitchen, bathroom, closet, and terrace.
Okay.
They change slightly. So notice how it says condo 10, condo 11 to 17. They change slightly, but it's very minimal. Okay. And then some of these do have pools, but we're getting into the larger units. So notice here it says pool yes, pool yes, pool yes, starting at 63 meters or higher. The rest do not have their own private pools.
Okay.
And then there is a little studio. I like this one here that has a little pool, and it's 54 square meters, okay, total, and it does have one. But now I'll go into the pricing. I wanted to show you this here. So this is the main area, right, where you have the main amenity.
Yep.
And then here you'd have the grill area. Okay, so you go up this looks like a little ramp. You go up, and then you have another little pool area. You have a lounge area here, and then there seems to be another area right here. Look, so it's actually quite a bit of space. This is traditional, one over the other, but it doesn't feel like it's congested. So that's a cool thing there. All right, here we go. So price list, they start at 105,000. Sorry, I apologize. They start from 95,000. These would be the ones with no pools. They do have a terrace. So pricing is actually pretty good as well. You notice
those are reserved.
It goes
11 and 12, 8.
Yellow, that's correct. So those will be reserved. Let me go all the way. Those are reserved. So here we have the ones that are not reserved. These are planta baja, is ground floor.
The bigger.
Depends here if you want a ground floor. They're slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. They're 105,000, 30 down payment, 60 in monthlies, and then 10 at the end. Okay, so basically these are December 2022. So in a year's time, these are ready to be delivered, and you can pay them. So basically 60% over 1 year, 10% at the end, or 30% down payment, 40 in payments in a year, 30 at the end. Okay.
Okay.
And Then we go up to the second floor. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, planta baja, planta baja. Here we go to the second floor. These are,
A lot of them are so.
yeah, a lot. This one's having a lot of success. This one's, and that's generally a good sign. They send me one that has nothing available. Sorry, everything's available, and it's been for sale for like 4 or 5 months, which is a red light.
Red flag. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if we have any other studios here available. Well, look, these are pretty interesting, but we're getting into higher price range. Still a studio with a pool.
Mhm.
Okay. 109, well, 129 if we want to look at this option. 129. And that's it. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like this one. I would agree.
So it's an interesting option for sure. I like that it's not that many condos, plenty of space for the amenities, good design, exterior facade. Very interesting. De Plata. Now, Rosa de Plata is a development that also is on the larger end of the spectrum in its size. We'll look at the location first. So this is Region 15. Okay. Good location as well. You got Region 8 over here. This is a few blocks up, still fairly close to the ocean. So location is good. Now this one here has multiple stages. Let me show you the overall stages first. We can look at that. Okay, so this is the master plan. So you have the different buildings, building A, B, C, D, F, and so forth. Right now we're looking at C. Okay, they're starting off differently. It's not A, B, C, D. They're kind of starting in different stages. Yeah. Now this one here, this stage will be delivered January 2023. Okay, so this tower, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's gonna have a restaurant, lounge area with pools. It's gonna have gym, parking, commercial area downstairs, and a bicycle rack. So pretty basic amenities, nothing too wild, which not sure if I like that because there's a lot of units. I would expect it to have more amenities.
How many?
This one has, I'll tell you right now.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, I want to say it was over 100.
Oh.
Because of the different stages, but I could be wrong. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I want to say, yeah, because this stage, let me look at this again. This one apparently only has 13. So it's 13, 13. That's 26. Okay. It names them all here, but it doesn't give you like a solid number. So
okay, but it's on a bigger, it's probably going to be like 50, 60, looks like, something like that.
Yeah, so 13. Yeah, it's gonna be 50 plus. It's gonna be at least 50 plus.
Okay.
I don't like the way they created this brochure. It's not as friendly. But let me show you what the studio would look like. So this would be a studio, not the boutique design either, but maybe make a note of that. A little bit more on the modern side.
Looks like Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it actually does, right? There's a lot of
fire escape out the window. No, I'm just playing.
And feel free to give me some early feedback if it's not. Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's 5 stages. This is the one that I mentioned earlier. This will be 5 years, even longer than the other one. According to me, the developer is going to tell me, 3 years, but
it's going to take 5, right?
But that's not always the case. Yeah, so we always want to look at the worst case scenario. And then another one that was interesting is one called Elements 326.
Okay.
This one was I like its design. It's also on the bigger end of things. But the design is pretty cool. I like the common areas. You see how it's a nice little pool. It's got fire pits, lounge areas with their own little bars here.
Love that.
Okay. Location also too. It's very, very good. So here is the location. This is Region A. This is where it borders.
Yep.
So also really good location, really close to the ocean. Okay. Amenities, this one has lobby, water cascades, restaurant, commercial area, fire pits, pool area. Fuentes this is just like a design, I don't know how you call these. How do you call these in English, Abraham? Fuentes?
Water fountain?
Fountain?
Yeah, thank you.
Water fountain.
Yep.
You see your Spanish English better than mine. It's got jacuzzis.
Or
It's got
just
some-
a picture. Just recognize the picture.
Don't guess.
Yeah. That wasn't too hard, right? It's got temazcales, massage areas, river pools, cinema, arcade zone, gymnasium, yoga area, terrace, juice bar, business center, organic farm, sports bar, sky pool, solarium, arts area, laundry, and parking. So this one's packed with amenities, but it's because of its size as well. I'm trying to see I don't remember. I looked at all these, so I don't remember the exact amount of units. Let's see if we can find it. Restaurant. This is a temazcal. It's pretty unique. Little massage area. Yeah.
Wow. It's like a whole
Gym.
resort. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the farm. So upstairs, they have an organic farm, which they're going to use this food to help with the restaurant.
That's not. That's nice.
Okay. The different sizes they start from 54. Well, this is the ground floor. Ground floor, they have three different 54 square meters all the way to 62. Some, as you see, this one have their own little jacuzzi and garden outside. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Do this.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you got, this is a glass and it looks out to a little garden outside. This is how the little living room is separated from the bedroom through these little string. This is rope, so it looks pretty cool, pretty good design. These are the ground floor.
Oh,
A little bit more Tulum, as you can see, very, very, very Tulum Bohemian style.
Feels like Bali a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
We'll look at the pricing, and there we'll see the actual sizes of each one in the pricing. So I'll show you. All right, now.
Sorry.
We're gonna do a little virtual tour. How about that?
Let's do it.
So this is the main entrance.
That's big. Just entrance, lots of parking.
Okay.
It gives hotel
Okay,
vibes.
so that's the entrance.
Do they manage? Would they manage this here?
Do they manage this?
Yes.
Sorry, let me see if I can turn the audio off because I can't hear you well.
I'm sorry. I was saying, do they manage? Would they manage this
Like the units?
Yes.
in house?
It is. Yeah, it is an option that you can choose to go with. They can manage it. So
Yeah, if
let's
it's
go to one
like
of these
this,
studios.
it feels like a hotel, like a resort. If it's like this, it feels like that should be something that they would want to do.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know if they have full exclusivity, meaning that they will not allow you to rent it through the outside on your own.
Mhm.
Abraham, why don't we make a note of that on this one here? Elements, and we'll find out. So this would be the basic studio here that we're looking at.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll look at the pricing and see, but it's either going to have a little pool or not. But as far as the size, this is more or less what we're looking at.
Very small, but it has a little. Okay.
It's kind of like this, like elongated design.
Right, I see. As opposed to okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. More spacious than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's go look at the now. Don't a thing I see that, you know, depending on what you like, is when there's two buildings, obviously is you're gonna, you know, be able to see your neighbor.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider.
Remember last time that couple was arguing? We was like, "Oh my God, that's what he did."
And
We
they're
were
arguing
like,
across. Yeah.
they had a baby. The baby was tearing them apart.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we were being nosy though. It was just like this.
So there's jacuzzis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's jacuzzis every now and then here, more lounge areas. So look at the wellness center. Okay, that's the Temazcal. More jacuzzis, lounge area, massage area.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's the Temazcal. Highly recommended if you've never done it.
Is it like a
What is it?
sauna?
Yeah, exactly. So you go in there, it's all made out of cement. They have hot stones in the middle.
Yep.
And you just circle around. And there's a shaman who does a ceremony and walks you through like a spiritual. The Mayans used to use this actually as part of the ceremony. And it was meant to cleanse you and get rid of any negative vibes and things that were holding you back.
Wow.
Cool. So that's it. Now let's look at the pricing.
Units? I'm sorry. Did we go over how many units it is? Looks big.
Give me 1 sec, because the song here is playing and I can't quite hear what you guys are saying. Okay, say that again.
I said, did we go over how many units that one is?
Yeah, let me see. Let's look at the it should have it on the pricing. Here we go. So this one is 2 phases. Phase 1, phase 2.
Okay.
The pricing is a little bit higher, but we did find one that was not too bad. Let me see if I remember which one it is. I believe it was this one. Okay. Now check this out. This is interesting because they can allow you to pay them over a longer period of time. 32 months, 21 months.
Yeah.
Okay. If you wanted to extend it. Otherwise, you're looking at 131. If you do 30% now and just 70 at the end, or you can do 30% now, 20 in payments, and then 50 at the end, or 30% now, 40 in payments, 30 at the end, or I like this one, 30 now, 60 in payments, 10 at the end, and it brings it down to 111,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one, Elements, Fase dos. So look, this would be the one here. Okay. 45 square meters, and we can get this for as low as 111,900.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a bad option as far as price goes. And Abraham, let's find out, because I didn't see it in the brochure, how many. Okay, here we go. That's a big development.
Woo.
Okay, so so this, for example, would be stage 1,
Yep.
and then this would be stage 2.
Got
Okay,
it.
so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20. So we're looking at 40 on the first floor,
Oh,
and then let's
Yeah.
and then 40 times 3 minimum.
3 floors.
I'm assuming that the penthouse will be 2 floors, so it's 120 units.
got it.
Okay.
All right.
So it is a rather big one. Yeah. So
Okay.
this one was 18 studios. So it was the smallest development from the ones we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one, it doesn't have a ton of amenities. Excuse me. It has a terrace with a beautiful pool upstairs. Let me go show you what I mean.
Alab, right?
Yes, Alab.
Okay, yeah, I guess I need to refresh my memory.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
18.
So this is definitely more personal, more privacy. Yet it has a nice pool and bar area upstairs, which will be there. So a little bit more boutique. And this is the one that was in Veleta.
Veleta. Yep. Right under.
Okay.
In Veleta. This one's also boutique, so it's 20 apartments.
Okay.
What I like about this one is that it doesn't just have studios, it has 1 bedrooms and it has 2 bedrooms, right? Whereas the other ones, they're all studios.
Yeah.
Now, why is everyone doing studios, and why is there a lot of studios now? Well, I mentioned earlier, right? It's a easier price target for most, so it's a more commercialized product, and it's cheaper to build a lot of them. So now, pros and cons to that. Pros is, it could be your first investment. It's a rather easier investment. However, on the opposite hand, is they're building a lot of studios, and I never really, I've sold studios, but it was I remember I even told you, oh yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to find a lot of stuff under the price range.
Yeah.
But because I hadn't looked for studios probably in about the last 90 days for a client. We started doing the research, and it was like, oh wow, a lot, and boom, 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 and then I realized that there's a lot of studios being built right now. So, the downside of that is that you'll have more competition in the studio department, and your rental expectations have to be set properly. You don't want to think you're going to make 13-15% return, for sure. So then I said, okay, well then we have to really be strategic about which one you purchase, so that it doesn't have a lot of competition within that development.
Yeah.
And one of the things I like about Leap is that it has a variation of studios, 1 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms, right? So that's a good thing, because you're not competing just with studios. They're not just all studios. So that's a plus. Now, not negative, but on the opposing hand, the common area here kind of lacking. So, for example, this is the common area pool. It almost seemed like there wasn't really much space to fit it in, and they kind of just.
I don't think it's sharing.
It's not. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I apologize.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So 20 condos, right? Combination of studios, 1 bedroom, and 2 bedrooms. Location, super good, Region 15. fairly close to Kukulkan.
Very close, okay.
The pool, the one of the cons of it, as I mentioned, is as soon as you walk in, that this is pool over here. Watch.
Feel that.
So it almost seemed like they quite didn't know where to fit it.
And it's
And
hard
just
to
kind of
sit there. Like you can't really sit and put your feet in there because of the.
yes. And then here, these are the ground floor units. So someone's gonna be peeking at you. That's the only downside I see to this. Other than that, I like that it has a little co-working space. I like that it has a gym. It's got access to a beach club. If you remember, this is the one that had access to a beach club.
Yep.
Right.
It has parking lot. It has fire pit, and they have upstairs an additional lookout area, which they call it a mirador.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the interior design and the overall feel, I like it. I think kind of goes with the chic Tulum that we're looking for. Notice that inside the bathrooms, there's also area for a washer and dryer.
I like.
Okay. So this would be the studio. So this is your entrance here. There's a living room right over here. I believe this is. Actually, we'll look at the floor plan. This would be the penthouse. So see, you come in right here.
Yep.
And then the pool's gonna be over here.
Got it.
It's also shares with the lobby.
Yep.
Sorry, so over here there's gonna be units, but let's see, let's go up. Oops. Okay, so this is the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I did it again.
Co-working.
Little co-working. Mm-hmm. Not super big, but then again, there's only 20 units
Right.
in here, so
they're gonna be in there. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how come I can't see the other units? Strange that it shows me the penthouse only. So let's go back to the lobby. Let's go look at the lobby. Yeah, this is a 2-bedroom. I don't know why.
Is it possible to skip over to your development real quick?
Sure.
Muki.
Muki, yeah.
Love
Yeah, a little interesting name, huh?
Yeah, very catchy.
Let me open this up. So Muki is a very boutique development, 8 1-bedrooms. So this would be the main entrance. Okay, this would be the main entrance. Very privacy. Even the way you come in through the side, and then right up here, there's the entrance to the units. If you live in the ground floor, then you would come in through this other side over here.
Okay.
Let me show you still more of the outside facade, so you have an idea. All of them have their own private pools and their own very nice size pools, by the way, and terrace. And we like to do a lot of garden in our botanic garden. So we're doing inside here. There's going to be a space that'll probably be about this. I don't know if you can see me, the camera. Probably be about this thick, and that'll go. It's a rounded off terrace, and that's what we're going to plant. We've done this already before. These climb all the way down.
Okay.
They look really, really nice. Actually, I'll show you some some footage of the other units that we've already built, so you have an idea of what they will look like. So that's the exterior facade. Now let's go inside the unit. Let's go to the, there you go. Okay. So as you come in, I'll show you another visual. Let's look at this for a sec. Yeah. So as you guys come in, you have right outside, you're gonna have a little washer and dryer outside the unit, so to prevent the noise. You come inside the unit here. Oh, by the way, this will be, so there's space here and space here. Notice here as well for the linens and whites and all that.
Mhm.
Okay. So then you come in, you got your kitchen, which is like a rounded off,
Nice. It's like an island.
like an island, thank you. An island kitchenette. You got your private living room space, and you have your bedroom, and we can go over the dimensions, but this is a very nice size one bedroom, and you have your shower just outside. And we put it outside in case you have a guest, because what's nice about having a private living room is that this will be a pull-out sofa bed.
Oh.
Also for rental purposes, this will say sleeps 4. If you want to, of course. Maybe you say, no, Tony, I don't want to have 4 people. But it really would sleep 4. So it would sleep 2 here, and then 2 more people out here. And then we can make this, a nice size couch. Another thing that we did, which we could do here too, is we could do down here, there could be a pull-out bed. So there could be we can pull this out, and there'll be an area here for a single bed. So for one person, whether it's a child, most likely it'll be a child. So that's why you could sleep 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 person over here comfortable, right? Or 2 over here, 2, so it's 4. And then you have a nice, very nice sized terrace with your own private pool. Okay? And all of them are identical in their layout.
Got it.
Okay, they're all identical in their layout. Now, more visuals. I'll show you guys the kitchen. So the door would be out here, over here. So you come in here, you have your living room area, and actually when we did this render by scale, they did this huge couch, which is not realistic. So the couch should be a little smaller, so there's more room here. They didn't do it to scale, so we readjusted it. It's not on here, but I have it in my phone. So it's supposed to be more spacious here. I was like, well, that couch is huge. That's not to scale. Okay. So we ended up redoing that. And then the private bedroom, which I like because it's gonna look out to the actual pool or the terrace out here. So the view will be very, very nice. One of the things that we always look for is views. That's why you can't get a lot of this in a big development, because it'll either be an enclosed, exactly. It'll be enclosed, so you're not gonna have a view from your bedroom. You might have a little terrace, but you're not gonna have a view to garden or water. We always try and provoke those views that we find are really nice. So basically that's your living room there. This is your bedroom, and this is your kitchen. Now, and this is another view here of what they will look like.
Got it. Okay. I see it, yeah. I see it.
Very beautiful. And the garden gives it a little element of more privacy, like if you're...
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes, correct. That's going to give you a lot of privacy as well. These will grow out really big. Mm-hmm. And I'll show you what they'll look like, because I have some photos.
So that's enough parking in the front for like 3 cars?
4.
4 cars? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
But it's street parking. Sorry, it's street parking though, right? Typically.
No, this is on the actual property.
Got it.
This is still within our.
I think she's saying in addition to other people, if there's not enough spots there.
Yes.
Street parking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, here you can park anywhere in Tulum.
Mhm.
You can park outside. It's not
Prohibited or anything. Okay.
yeah, it's not, you're not gonna get a ticket or nothing like that.
That's rare coming from LA.
Yeah, it's true. So what's unique about the design? Number one, it's all rounded space, right? It's all rounded, as you can see. So that's unique all in itself, and that gives the renter an experience.
Mhm.
Another thing that we did, we wanted to give a lot of. I like terraces and I like pools.
Mhm.
I think people when they come, they want to be outside the room, right? So even if you buy at another development, having a terrace is super important, even if it doesn't have a pool, just for the fact that people want to be outside. And if you can give them a nice view or something nice to look at, well, even better. So if you notice, the just the interior is 46.72, which in square feet, this would be 500 square feet.
Yep.
So you're looking at 500 square feet of interior, and then the terrace, just the terrace by itself without the pool, the terrace is 100 square feet. Okay, and then the pool is 8.55. The pool
90.
is 90 square feet.
Mhm.
90 square feet, and then this is, like I said, an integrated botanic garden that will come down to the person below. And we always do this because it just looks super, super, super cool. I can give you guys parameters of what I know we would be willing to do. But I'd also like to get an understanding of what you guys, feel is possible. So for example, a lot of the developments that we saw, they expected you to in a year finish paying them. Most of them were in a year, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
12 months, 10 months. So one, what I would do is I would extend your monthly payment to 18 months. Now, what happens if we deliver before? Let's say we in 14 months it's ready, because we're not reliant on the sales, okay? So there is a big possibility that we could in 14 months be done. Now, if you say, well, Tony, I still want the 18 months, not a problem. Now, because you're still owing us, I can't quite give you the unit because there's still a total that's owed. So as long as you're okay with that, we wouldn't mind. If you said, well, Tony, what if I needed 2-3 months extra to add to the back end? That's fine. We'd give you 20 months or whatnot. So we can stretch out the monthly as long as you are under the understanding that we wouldn't deliver the unit until you've paid us in full. Now, most of these companies, they're expecting a monthly payment every month. Two things I could do. Number one is the down payment. The down payment, let's start with that. The down payment traditionally is 30%. But if you said, hey, Tony, well, can we split that into two portions? I give you 15 now and 15 90 days from now.
Yeah.
120 days from now. Not a problem.
Mhm.
Okay, that's huge. And then, as opposed to doing monthly payments every month, I can tell you, well, why don't you give me a payment every 3 months?
Mhm.
Just for the, some people don't like doing it every month because they can forget. And if you forget, because I'm very forgetful of things like that, you enter into a penalty and you'll pay an interest rate because, you missed your payment. Just because you forgot, not because it was your intention to.
Yeah.
So I always like to say, well, can I just give you a bigger payment, like every 3 or 4 months, as opposed
And then
to
if
small
I pay
payments?
if I pay it early, then that's cool too.
Yeah, and if there's no prepayment penalty because there's no interest rate anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, that is an advantage that we would do. And then as far as let's see what else. I guess the rest would be up to you to tell me, what you feel you could do down, what kind of monthly you would do. If you said, well, Tony, maybe I pay you a little more early on, but then I need let's say for the next 12 months, you pay me every 3 months. You do 3 payments, right? So, or four. Let's say we did it every 3 months, so you do 4 payments.
Okay.
And then you say, okay, Tony, then I can't pay you anymore because I know my finances. I won't be able to pay you for another 6 months. That's fine. We'll have to put something in the agreement.
Of course, just create the best plan based on our finances and communicate that to you and see if you can, those are the parameters. All those parameters are great.
Absolutely.
The parameters sound good. It sounds very flexible. It sounds like you can kind of tailor it to fit what we need. I guess the other question I had was, is there tax that's added onto that price that we haven't spoken about? Or is that the price?
No, there is no taxes to any. So whether you buy with me or you buy any of the ones we looked at.
104 is 104, 150 is 150, 160 is 160. Yeah.
Now remember that.
Oh, sorry.
There is a closing cost at the end.
Right.
But that's issued by the government. Because you have to pay a property acquisition tax, one, and then the other fees are to the notary that you're going to be doing this through. And then you're going to have to hire a lawyer to create your fideicomiso, aka the trust. Roughly all this is between 6 and 7%. Okay, but that you pay at the end.
Okay.
That you pay once you're ready to title. You don't pay it prior.
Property acquisition, lawyer, and it was one more thing.
Property acquisition, notary, and then you have the lawyer setup fee for the trust.
Got it. Okay. Question: what was the price for Muki?
So the prices right now, I'm actually creating them because I don't remember last time we chatted. I had just received the architectural plans. So now my construction team is looking at those plans and going, okay, how much is it going to cost us to build it? I should have that probably within the next 10 days. I will have that. And then I will be able to tell you, okay, this unit is the ground floor so much, and so forth, all the way to the top. My goal is to stick between the 150 to the 165 range. I know that's a $15,000 range, but I need to give it to myself just because I don't know exactly what it'll be. But it'll be anywhere between 150 and 165. Now, tentatively, okay, you would be my first client. Okay. There's advantages to that. I just have to do some convincing with my partners. So I have two partners. They don't get involved with what we do. Actually, they're not even developers, or they've never done this before. But they're actually really great friends of mine, and they trust me solely. And so, obviously, I'm going to speak on your behalf, and here's where I negotiate actually with you to try and, so that, for example, there's 8 units. Within my strategy always is, okay, the first 2 are going to get the best freaking price, right? Because you're my first 2 clients, and of course, if we don't have to spend too much money out of our pocket to build, well, even better. If I can do it with pre-sales, even better. So you will be looking at the first. So for example, let's just say that I do my math and I have to average 163,000 per unit. So I hit my goal. So my average is 163, but I can sell you, because you're my first client, maybe at 150. And then once I sell the first 2, my price goes up to 158. And then I sell 2 more. And then I go to 165. And then I sell 2 more. And then I go to 175. And I still get my average.
Yeah. And then since we're your first client, we get that lower price and we get a pick of which floor.
Of which, exactly. Yeah. And have in mind that we're including the furniture. So just to give an idea, let's just say we deducted and by the way, the quotes that Abraham got on the furniture were on studios. They're not on 1 bedroom. This is a 1 bedroom, but let's keep it at let's keep it at 15,000. So just for sake of argument, I'm gonna go in the middle. Let's say you got the price of 155. Okay, and we minus out the furniture, you're really paying 140,000. Right? Now check this out. It measures a total of 68 square meters. So if I divide your price between the square meters, you're paying $2,058 per square meter.
Yep.
The other ones that we looked at, the average price was about 110.
110.
And they measured about 40, 43.
40 something, 45.
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out. That's 2,500 per square meter.
Not including the furniture.
Not including the furniture. So you're actually paying less per square meter with us than you are in a studio in a massive development. And I just thought I didn't even consider that until right now because of the furniture. I had a lot of white space. This is the interior design furniture that we did. This is actually a studio. This is even smaller. That one. Yeah. It's just if you do it right, it looks more spacious. See, the bedroom's over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
What separates it is this furniture thing.
Nice. Like that.
So look, this is what they end up looking like. These two, both of these we did, our team did here. So notice how there's like, look how much garden. Oops. But yeah, we work with the greens. A lot of window space. To do window is more expensive than to do concrete.
Yeah.
But we choose that because again, we want our clients to have these views.
Experience.
So, yes.
Love it.
And then these are others that we're working on. It's kind of the and other stuff that we've done in the city, but these are the ones we did these are our most recent ones. This one, we do have studio penthouses on this one, on Muki, which should be this one. Watch.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna hit us over the head with that one, though, man. I feel like.
Yeah,
you know what? It's not gonna be that much more because size-wise, it doesn't change. As a matter of fact, it's a studio. It's not a one-bedroom.
Okay, yeah.
But look, this is a one-bedroom.
Yep, I see
What
the
changes?
bedroom, living room, kitchen. Okay, terrace. Yep.
The only thing that changes is this here. This is a wall, right?
Yep. It shifts
this
over.
This wall would be gone. Exactly. So this wall is gone, and instead we put a furniture like the other one that you saw.
Got it. You
right?
See that, Shar?
And then
show it one more time. So go to the left. See that, Shar? So see the living room with the couch and everything on the left?
Yes.
See the kitchen? And you see the bedroom. You walk into the bedroom over here to the right.
Right.
Yep. So instead of that wall being there, they shifted it so it's perfectly even, and they removed the wall, and it's a TV or something in the middle.
Right. So same space, essentially, a little less, but it's.
Yes. Look, 40 interior versus 46 interior.
Very.
However, we give that to you in the pool. Check out the pool. 14.46 versus 8. This is a big pool.
This is really, right?
Yeah, Muki. This is the studio penthouse of Muki. So it really, guys, it's gonna be the same size.
Yeah, and it might actually feel even bigger because it's an open floor plan.
Correct. Giving you the sensation of something like this.
Oops. You know what? I see that. I see. The ones that you're showing us right now, these are already sold?
No.
Yeah, these are already sold. Actually, these we began selling them. I want to say it was like 150 at the time. Okay. This one here just resold for 210,000.
Whoa.
the original owner bought it, and then he got an offer for 210. But the reason why he got an offer for 210 is because his rental portfolio was crushing it. So he didn't just sell a condo; he sold a business, an operating business. And the new client who bought it still is making like 10% return, though he paid 210.
10 on it. Wow.
It's the same size. So the price wise, it's supposed to be a little more expensive than the other ones just because you're on a higher floor, which means better view and all that. But we'll see. I mean, I just met with my construction team 4 days ago, and I told them, look, we cannot go higher than this, because if I go higher than this, you know, I'm out of the market. And I'm not really out of the market, because you've seen the cost per square meter.
You're out of the market you want to be in.
Exactly. I don't want to, exactly. A closer idea of what the prices will look like. Might even have the prices already, at the most 10 days.
Okay.
Team gives me everything. Let's say 2 weeks. It's going to take me about 60 days to get permits. So April is our date to actually launch it, to launch the construction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
So cool. All right. I just want to note that. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for your time as well, Nick. Thanks for your time. Abraham, appreciate it. Yeah, let's chat next week.